Hey everybody, today is September the 23rd, 2020. Welcome to another edition of Ask Robert J. Russell. In this series, we're going to talk to Steve Knight, insurance broker. Hello, Steve. How are you?
Doing good. How are you?
Good. Steve comes from the beautiful state of Georgia. What city are you in, Steve?
Fayetteville.
Fayetteville, Georgia. Now, does Fayetteville have hills or is it all flat?
A little mix in between. We got some small hills.
Okay. I love the accent too, by the way. Um, how big is Fayetteville, Georgia? What's the population?
I would say close to 100,000 or so.
Whoa, big town. Okay. Not really big compared to where I'm from, Dallas, which has the whole metroplex is 10 million. And then I moved to Panama City Beach, which has about 13,000, which is even better. So, Steve, looking at the insurance business, how long have you been licensed?
Been licensed since 2006.
Oh, sweet. Okay. And what do you primarily sell right now?
Commercial, primarily commercial auto, but anything business insurance, I'm your guy.
Okay. So commercial autos. So that means like company trucks, all that kind of stuff. Tell me what that involves.
If you got an HVAC company with a bunch of vans or tractor trailer company, a bunch of trucks, dump trucks, anything that's got a lot of cars involved or trucks involved, that's pretty much what my specialty is.
Nice. So how many companies are you able to quote through?
Probably 15 or 20, maybe.
Wow, that's awesome. So if somebody calls you to get a quote, you're going to shop it and you're probably going to be more competitive than most of your competition, right?
Yes.
Can you name some companies, maybe four companies that you're appointed with for commercial?
Berkshire Hathaway, Travelers, of course, Progressive. I think everybody's appointed with Progressive.
Right.
National Indemnity, Canal, Grange. That's more than four, but
Okay. All right. That's good. So what size businesses are you going after on the commercial side? How many employees?
typically in the trucking world, usually you don't get too many, maybe two or three employees at the most, unless they've got a fleet. And then, of course, you're looking at drivers. You know, HVAC company, probably looking around 10 employees or so. Something, I would consider that small to medium market.
Okay. Now, what states are you licensed in?
Just Georgia right now.
Okay, but you can get licensed in other states pretty easy.
I actually got that in the works now, all of the southeastern states.
Which, most people think that because an insurance agent is licensed in a state, it's really easy for us to get a non-resident license in another state. It's just a matter of going to a website, answering some questions, paying a fee, whatever that state fee is, and within 2 days, we're licensed in that state. So it's a very simple process. So if you are a commercial person and you live in, say, Florida, and you call Steve, just because he's not licensed today in Florida, in about 2 days, he can be licensed. So don't pass him up and go ahead and let him quote on your commercial auto. Now, Steve, the question I have for you, I've been doing insurance now for 35 years. Of all the things that you could sell, why did you pick commercial auto?
I enjoy dealing with business owners. They just have a different mindset than your average personal policy. They see the importance of it and know the need for the coverage. And it doesn't hurt matters that the policies are typically bigger as well.
Oh, really? So you're dealing with 8 to 5 employees,
A lot of times, yes.
which means you're off on weekends.
Yes,
Gotta love that part, huh?
absolutely.
So if somebody calls you and has a claim on Saturday, are you able to help them on a weekend?
If need be, yes.
If you have what?
if it needs to be taken care of, yes, I can.
Okay, good, good. All right. Anything other than commercial auto that you do?
Life insurance.
Okay, and tell me about that.
Just get the ball rolling real good, and pretty much wanting to see who we can take care of and how to take care of them once they pass on and take care of their family or wife or spouse or whatever the case onward in the future.
And how many companies can you quote with on life insurance?
There you are. You're moving now.
Oh my God, my computer froze. All right, did you hear my question? How many companies can you quote with?
There you are. You froze again as soon as you asked about the question.
I know. I don't know whether it's mine or yours. One of us is freezing. Maybe I need to pay my electricity bill, huh? So how many companies can you quote with on life insurance?
Over 150.
Whoa. So if somebody wants a quote, you can pretty much shop it through every company that's out there, right?
Absolutely, and very quickly as well.
Okay. Um, so if somebody calls you and says, "Hey, I know that I need life insurance, but I don't know how much I should have," what would you tell them?
First question, I'm going to ask them some questions and find out exactly what they do need.
Okay.
Find out, what their mortgage is and what their plans are if they got kids and need to put them in college and what their bills are, that sort of thing.
So the goal is to pay off the mortgage.
Their goal is to not not have a lot of debt due if whoever passes away, whether that be money to just simply bury them or if we got to pay off the estate.
Okay. Um, just kind of curious, why in the world did you get an insurance license? You know, a lot of people don't go after insurance. Why did you go for insurance?
This is true. I kind of got to dip my toe in the water when I was selling mortgages. I initially got my license to do the home policy for the closing on the mortgage. And that gave me a little taste of it. I like helping people and talking to people, and one thing led to the other. And after the real estate crash in '08, I got out of the mortgage industry and into insurance, and that, that's the short story.
So, do you like doing commercial auto as opposed to doing homeowners insurance?
I like them all. I like helping people. The homeowners, I enjoy that as well. You know, biggest difference there is I'm talking with the business insurance. I'm talking with business owners as opposed to homeowners, and it's just a different mindset. Nothing wrong with either one of them. I like both of them, but I do like speaking with business owners.
How do you think insurance agents are perceived by the general public?
A lot of times is geeky, which I kind of fit that. I kind of fit that bill too. But
Like computer geeks? Is that what you mean?
yeah, a little bit of a computer geek.
Like nerds?
Yes, very much like nerds.
Wow. Okay. God did not guess I'm a 35-year nerd then.
However, I mean, I kind of also put them in the same category with accountants or financial advisors because you're providing an advisory service to the customer.
Right. Exactly. Do you like what you do?
I do.
do you, when you graduated high school or college, did you ever see yourself doing insurance?
Not at all.
Me neither.
Not even close.
Oh my. You know, in fact, when I started when I was 23, I was selling clothes. And a guy comes up to me and goes, "Have you ever thought about selling insurance?" And I said, "Oh no, hell no. I'm not going around knocking on doors and talking to people about insurance." He goes, "You don't have to knock on doors." I said, "Well, how does it work?" He goes, you call and make an appointment, then we go see him." I said, "Oh, that sounds pretty easy." And that's how I got started. I had total misconception on the whole insurance, knocking on doors, and because I guess that's what people think we do. We go around and knock on people's doors.
And they used to do that quite a bit. Still do in some cases.
Oh yeah, the debit agents that go around and sell those little $10,000 burial policies. I couldn't do it. I wouldn't last an hour doing that. The
Don't
heat,
think I would either.
that's that's too much in your face rejection. I can handle rejection over the phone, but in your face rejection, no. Mm-mm. So tell me the worst experience you've ever had in insurance. Like this is the one that you think about and you're going, "Oh my God, I can't believe I had to go through this."
That would actually be on a work comp deal where I sold a fella a ghost policy. And after explaining to him that his subcontractors would count as employees and him not taking that advice, he was working with subcontractors. And at the end of the year, at the audit, he ended up owing a lot of money.
Oops.
Yeah, oops. And he was not very happy about that.
Now,
But
what's a ghost policy? I've never heard of that.
ghost policy is kind of a workaround. So a single person can have a work comp policy with no employees. Pretty much what happens is the owner of the company gets the work comp policy and then they turn around and exclude themselves from the policy just so that they can show they have work comp for a bigger contractor that's hired them to do some work.
Ah, interesting. Wow. I think I've sold one workers' comp in the whole time that I've sold insurance. I just don't deal with the commercial side that much. I mean, very little, very, very little. All right. So tell me about the best experience you've ever had selling insurance.
That would be when I closed a trucking company with about 4 trucks hauling gas for the racetrack and the quick trip gas stations. And brand new company, had new drivers, and everything just. I was able to pull off something that no other agent could do for him because of his lack of experience. None of the companies would touch him, and I did find one that would write him. They charged for it, of course, but we got the man insurance that otherwise could not have gotten insurance,
How
and it
much
was not a
commission?
small operation.
How much commission did you make off of that deal?
It was a good chunk, about 13,000.
And how long did that take you?
Probably all working on it, just strictly work time, probably week and a half.
So 7 days.
Yeah, I'd say that as far as actual time working on it.
13,000 divided by 7 is you made about 1,800 a day,
Yeah,
right?
if I could do that every single day, that'd be a good thing.
Well, what are you waiting on? 1,800 a day. You know, there's people out there that don't even make 1,800 a month, much less 1,800 a day. Do you think insurance is a good field to go into?
Yes, absolutely.
Uh, what about a person who wants to make that income but doesn't have the personality to do it? Do you think they could still be successful?
Sure.
How?
It's what you put your mind to.
So how? What would they need to do if they don't have the personality?
They might have to overcome a few things in order to get it going, but I fully believe if you want to do something, you'll find a way to do it.
Right. What's been your biggest obstacle in insurance?
I would say this deal is, well, oh Lord, I have to think about that for just a second, because really it's not an obstacle. Trying to make this transition that I'm doing and focusing more on the life side while I'm still working a full-time job on the commercial side and taking.
So why do you want to focus more on life if you're making money doing commercial?
There's a lot less service work involved in life.
Right.
The commercial, all those many vehicles and what have you, they need certificates of insurance for different vendors they're doing business with. They need ID cards. They're adding and removing vehicles and coverages. Whole lot of service work goes into a lot of the commercial deals.
Wow.
Life,
Do you know how much service work's involved in life insurance?
very little at all.
It's like maybe changing beneficiaries
Yeah,
once every 10 years, changing banks.
like 1% compared to what I'm doing now.
Oh, yeah. Oh, absolutely.
That's one of the reasons for the shift.
And so who's a candidate for life insurance then, if you think about it?
Anybody.
Anybody?
If you're old, you can get children's life insurance as long as the parents paying. You can't legally sign a contract until you're 18, but and then even I think up to like 95 or up to 95 years old, you can get some form of coverage.
Right. So if you think about if you sold everybody in the whole state of Georgia, the entire state, how many people live in Georgia?
Gosh, I think it's about 10 million.
Whoa. That's a lot.
Yes, it is.
10 million policies. You'd never have to work again for the rest of your life.
If I sold everybody in Georgia a $1 fidget spinner, I wouldn't have to work again in my life.
That's true. It kind of makes me wonder why I never win the lottery. And the reason is I don't play.
Yeah, that's the reason I don't win.
Yeah. Now you're married, right?
No,
You're not married.
no. I have a fiance. I'm engaged.
Oh, sweet. When you get married?
We ain't worked that out yet. Probably we were initially planning on this summer, but we're putting it off. It's probably going to be next summer in Clearwater.
Oh, good place. You know, Hulk Hogan lives in Clearwater.
Did not know that.
Yes. I was in Clearwater and I was walking around on the other side of the beach and I walked by this Hulk Hogan paraphernalia. They sold everything, Hulk Hogan. And so I went in and I asked him, I said, how often does Hulk Hogan come in here? And he said, well, every day. I said, what? They said, yeah, he lives right down the street in those condos. See those condos right there? And I said, oh my God, that'd be awesome to meet Hulk Hogan, you know, when you're in Clearwater. That's a good place to go.
Yeah, it's beautiful down there.
Yeah, you should move there.
There's a lot of places in Florida that's beautiful.
Well, you know what? All it takes is just a moving truck and come on.
I just don't want to have to pack up when the hurricanes come.
Whatever. Well,
I told my fiance she wants to live on the beach down there. I told her, I said, let's get a place where we can go down there anytime we want to, but all those belongings that we don't want to lose, we keep them in a house a little more inland.
well, see, that's why when you live in Florida, you don't buy expensive furniture. You know, you don't have the top of the line furniture. You buy furniture so that if something happens, it's no big deal.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, I've lived in Florida now for almost 4 years. I wish I would have done this a long time ago. But you're not that far from Florida. How far are you from Florida right now?
I can be in Panama City in 4.5, 5 hours.
Oh, come on, dude. Come on.
Yeah, we're not that far at all.
Looking at insurance licenses that you're thinking about getting, is Florida on your radar for one of the licenses you're going to get?
It is.
What are the state?
I'm looking at the whole southeastern United States. So North South Carolina, Tennessee, Alabama, Virginia, and Kentucky. And
Why the whole South?
just tend to attract customers that are closer to me. And as we get farther out, I just don't see as many people from other areas.
I remember when I got my license in North Carolina, I went to the National Insurance Producer Registry to pay for that. And, I paid I think it was like $75 to pay for my North Carolina license. And so I paid the deal and I got an email and they said, congratulations, you've been approved to sell in North Dakota. And I said, North Dakota? And so North Dakota is like, right under North Carolina. I clicked on the wrong stupid button. So then I had to go back in and apply for North Carolina. Never sold a policy in North Dakota.
But you kept the license.
Still got a license there. All right. So what does your fiance think about you selling insurance?
She likes it.
She does?
She does not like the up and down of the pay.
Yeah.
But that is soon to change when I quit working for somebody and working for me.
Well, as soon as you start working more on the life side, all of that will happen. And as soon as I can convince you that you need to go after your commercial clients and talk to them about life insurance, which, as we discussed earlier, you've got a huge database, and all you got to do is pick up the phone and say this: hey, who do you have your life insurance with?
And I do, but I've got to be careful how I do it because I got to not violate a non-compete.
Non-competition agreement. Got it. Okay.
Which is another reason I'm wanting to get out of working for someone else.
Yeah, exactly. My dad told me a long time ago, probably when I was 10, my first job, he said, don't forget, the person that signs your check is the same person that makes the rules.
Yep.
That stuck with me since I was 10 years old when I started mowing yards to make money.
Yep, and I've been on both sides of that fence on several occasions.
Yep. So, Steve, people that are watching this are obviously, probably 90% of them are in the insurance business wondering, what is this guy going to talk about? Why is he selling commercial insurance? I need advice. I'm a brand new agent. I just got my license. I'm thinking about doing commercial insurance. What advice do you give me so that I don't make any mistakes going into the commercial insurance?
Well, first thing is there's no such thing as not making any mistakes going into commercial insurance or life insurance or whatever.
Well, I don't want to get sued. That's why I'm saying that.
Yeah. You need to learn your products and know your products and know what it is you're doing when you're doing it.
Okay. And did you have help in the process?
Yes, I did.
Okay. So it's good to have somebody that you can call for mentorship.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, good. All right, that's good advice. We're about out of time. Steve, if you would, give me your name, telephone number, email address, website, so that people can contact you for commercial insurance and for life insurance.
Steve Knight. My phone number is 770-719-9980. My website is www.knightcoins.com. That's KNIGHTCOINS.com. And my email address is steve@knightcoinsurance.com.
Awesome. Well, Steve, thank you for joining me. It's been awesome again. I'm glad we got to do this. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know.
I will do it. Thank you.
Okay. Bye-bye now.